that 13 oil and gas blocks offered during the 2025 licensing round will be returned to the national. According to a liaison, the government made 50 oil and gas blocks available for bidding across various sedimentary basins, but only 37 attracted interest from prospective investors. Despite the on-bid assets, a liaison described the overall response to the licensing round as encouraging, revealing that 143 companies participated in the commercial. That the process initially attracted interest from nearly 300 companies. According to her, the number of interested firms was reduced to 196 after the pre-qualification stage before PIA 2021 offered 50 oil and gas blocks spread across 7 sedimentary basins. The assets include 16 on basin, 4 in the Chad Basin and 4 in the Benue through. The House of Representatives ad hoc committee investigating the alleged illegal establishment of the presidential foreign explained how the council allegedly operated despite concerns over its legitimacy. The summons followed a memorandum by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, which stated that it had no official dealings with the council. Permanent Secretary Dunoma Umar Ahmed told the committee that Prince Adeniyi Adeyemi, who claimed to be the council's Director General, approached the ministry 3 times between 2025 and 2026, seeking support to organize a World Investment Summit. The Chief of Staff to the President showed that Prince Adeyemi was unknown to any federal government office. Must appear before it to explain the actions taken before the council was found to lack the lifespan of its ad hoc committee investigating the Safe Schools Initiative and broadened the Loan Fund, Universal Basic Education Commission. Federal Ministry of Humanitarian Expansion was aimed at conducting a comprehensive investigation into the funding, implementation, and accountability of education and social intervention programs linked to the safety and welfare of students across the country, presenting agencies responsible for education funding, student welfare, humanitarian interventions, and social investment programs. According to him, limiting the investigation to the Safe Schools Initiative alone would prevent the Senate from carrying out interventions. We shall now take a short commercial break. Please stay tuned.
For pain with day tough, for fast relief from put them with need me. Kia relief from pain with tough.
If you feel the body, you will pray for me. I'm not gonna move our body dangerously. I still they go.
Alright, everyone, no put your ears. Make we talk. Time don't reach to rearrange this house to give us small wisdom. Sounds mighty fresh now, but you know, I beg no be so. Before I go talk, say our smell no reach. Make not think I'm twice so. Ever heard of Colgate, the #1 oral care brand in the world?
Colgate Maximum Cavity Protection unlocks 24 hours cavity defense. The formula boost with calcium for lifelong smiles.
Mom, it's a time to brush. No more cover mouth.
Colgate for 24 hours maximum cavity protection.
Alert! Today's car just pulled in.
What is new? Wonderful.
How about now?
See these jokers. So you want to hide better thing from your uncle?
New Pure Bliss Gold, now in 3 delicious flavors for your delightful indulgence.
Pure Bliss Gold, no they have.
You're welcome back. Emeritus Archbishop Ayo Ladigbolu has advocated greater decentralization of resources and development across Nigeria, saying every region should be empowered to harness its comparative advantages for economic growth and national development. The cleric made the call while featuring on the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State's monthly current affairs program, Guest of the Month. Our reporter, Folashade Akitola, reports.
Emeritus Archbishop Ayo Ladigbolu described the traditional institutions as the highest symbol of authority in Yoruba land, noting that its importance was recognized during the colonial era through the establishment of Native Authority Council and official support for traditional rulers. He, however, lamented that successful government had steadily eroded in the power and influence of traditional rulers, leaving many dependent on political authority for recognition, appointments, and remunerations. Speaking on the debate over restructuring, Archbishop Ladigbolu advocated greater decentralization of governance and resources, urging that every region should be empowered to harness its economic potential for the benefit of its people. He expressed optimism that the establishment of Regional Development Commission, including Southwest Development Commission, will stimulate economic growth, improve infrastructures, and strengthen national development.
Less power should be at the top. More power should be down where the people really are, so that they will feel the impact of government more. They will be able to do more. If we can return to the state we were before the abolition of the regions, more resources should be available to people where they are, and then the Commonwealth will be shared equally to the point that no area, small or big, will suffer.
The Archbishop also spoke on the Japa phenomenon, expressing hope that the ongoing economic reforms will create more employment opportunity for young Nigerians and reduce the increased immigrations of skilled professionals in search of better prospects abroad. While acknowledging the country's current economic challenges, he said he remained optimism that the policy of the present administrations will over time improve the economic and ease the hardship faced by the citizens.
Considering that governments at various levels, particularly state and federal, are beginning to take steps. They are beginning to empower young people. They are beginning to make scholarships available for those who want to go to school. Those, for me, are signs of hope that the future will not be as bleak as the present.
The clerics also welcomed the renewed academic interest in the study of Ifa, describing it as a repository of indigenous knowledge that embodies philosophy, science, and technology. According to him, the study of Ifa offers valuable insight into the Yoruba civilization and intellectual heritage and can complement contemporary knowledge systems. He added that political leaders could also benefit from an understanding of Ifa philosophy, noting that it provided enduring lessons in leadership, wisdom, and sound decision-making. Folashade Akintola, BCOS News.
In the same vein, Emeritus Archbishop Ayo Ladigbolu has called on Nigerians to embrace discipline, ethical leadership, and the nation's rich cultural heritage as vital tools for strengthening democracy, fostering peaceful coexistence, and building a more united society. The former Archbishop of the Methodist Church Nigeria made the call while featuring on the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State's monthly current affairs program, Guest of the Month. Details will come up shortly. Another timeout. Please don't go away.
Excuse me, ma. This is your 100% here.
Babes, are you sure you want to spend this much on hair? Didn't your landlord just increase rent?
I saved for this one separately on money points. Ma, you say you save on money points?
Yes.
This madam money points here. The array of your dryer there is target savings money points I used to have it. The rest of this my sub is this savings money points I used to do it. The salary of this my staff is save as you transact, son.
Jennifer, money point save as you transact. Money point fixed savings and money point target savings.
What's up? Where the job don't contribute to you? Where she say? Come on, oh, you go give your money to Adaku to save. You see money point accounts there. You don't go open a savings account. Now Adaku you shoot. I beg everybody inside this my salon. Oh, yeah, bring out your phone and download the money points hack now. Even you. What are you waiting for? Download the money points hack now. Adaku, wow, open money points account.
Money Point, made for your progress.
Thank you for staying with us. The Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Disu, has charged newly promoted Assistant Inspectors General of Police and Commissioner of Police to uphold the highest standard of integrity, professionalism, and accountability. IGP Disu gave the charge during the decoration ceremony for the newly promoted senior officers at the force headquarters today. Congratulating the officers on their elevation, the IGP described the promotions as a recognition of their dedication, resilience, and years of meritorious service to the Nigerian police force. The Inspector General of Police stressed that their new ranks come with greater responsibilities, adding that they had earned the trust of the force through their professionalism and commitment to duty. IGP Disu reminded the newly promoted officers that they were now role models whose conduct would shape the next generation of police personnel. He urged them to discharge their responsibilities with face. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, plans to apply for entry-level vacancies spanning grade levels 7, 8, 9, 10, and 12. According to a recruitment notice published on the Commission's website, the online application portal opened on Monday, July 20, and will remain accessible until Monday, July 27. INEC said the recruitment drive is designed to enhance its workforce and improve its capacity in key areas such as electoral administration, voter registration, election logistics, and data management to support the Commission's constitutional responsibilities. Prospective applicants are expected to complete their applications online by creating an account on the recruitment portal, filling out the application form, and uploading all required documents. The Commission also emphasized that the recruitment process is completely free, warning candidates against providing false information or forged credentials. Broadcast stations in Oyo State, like elsewhere, continue to play a vital role in informing, educating, and entertaining the public, with more than 50 radio stations serving millions of listeners within and beyond the state. However, rising operating costs, intense competition, and the rapidly evolving media landscape are posing significant challenges to the sustainability of many broadcast organizations. Staff reporter Olubumi Lawal takes a look at innovation, strategic investment, and content-driven programming.
With over 50 radio stations operating across the Ibadan metropolis, the city has earned a reputation as one of Nigeria's foremost broadcasting hubs. The stations offer a wide range of programming, including news and current affairs, sports, education, entertainment, and religious content, serving diverse audiences daily. Despite their relevance, many broadcast organizations are grappling with mounting operational costs. Industry operators cite the high cost of diesel, electricity, equipment maintenance, program production, and staff welfare as major threats to sustainability.
As a broadcaster, you are trained never to give up. It's about prioritizing what you need. For whatever comes in, the first thing is your staff salary by the site, then the runnings. Once you get that, everybody has a way, different content, you know what content sells on your station, you know what you push forward that can have easy sponsorship, and what and how it brings revenue to you. But the truth is that everybody is still struggling.
The challenge, money for capital equipment, money for recurrent, for maintaining the system, for paying their staff adequately, for recruiting the right number of staff at the right quality, at the right quantity, and with a collapsing economy where the percentage of GDP for advertising is falling every day, and a lot of advertisers are holding up or migrating from Nigeria. So capital is a major thing.
Media practitioners also note that the migration of audiences and advertisers to digital platforms has significantly reduced traditional advertising revenue, putting additional financial pressure on conventional broadcast stations. To remain competitive, many broadcasters are expanding their digital footprint through online streaming, social media engagement, and multimedia content production. Speaking with BCOS News, broadcast professionals identified key strategies for sustaining the industry, including producing unique and high-quality content, engaging experienced business development professionals, diversifying revenue streams, and creating more opportunities for advertising partnerships.
What we have in this country are stations run by skilled workers, but not business workers. We have a lot of stations. We don't have a lot of variety of programs, and as such, we dub each other. And it seems that we have the same set of programming. But what we need now is the management aspect.
They need to look at what is it that they were established for? What is the purpose clause for their license? When they were applying, what did they want to do? So when we have so many stations, we need to carve a niche for ourselves. Don't copy what the other is doing. There should be something that makes BCOS stand out from the crowd. And everyone has that. All it requires is for you to do a little bit of research.
One key area I want to look at is the content that comes out of a station will endear people to them. And the more endearing people are to your station, the more adverts you have. The reality is that most of all the stations today depend on adverts to source.
While broadcast stations in Oyo State continue to contend with economic and technological challenges, many are responding by embracing innovation, strengthening audience engagement, and exploring alternative sources of income. Industry stakeholders maintain that the future of broadcasting in the states will depend on the ability of media organizations to combine credible journalism with innovation, sound business practices, and responsiveness to the changing needs of their audiences. Olubumi Lawal, BCOS News.
In the same vein, Emeritus Archbishop Ayo Ladigbolu has called on Nigerians to embrace discipline, ethical leadership, and the nation's rich cultural heritage as vital tools for strengthening democracy, fostering peaceful coexistence, and building a more united society. The former Archbishop of the Methodist Church, Nigeria, made the call while featuring on the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State's monthly current affairs program, Guest of the Month. Our reporter, Folashade Akintola, who monitored the program, now reports.
Reflecting on his upbringing in the Oyo family, Emeritus Archbishop Ayo Ladigbolu said the values of discipline, moderation, accountability, and respect for others instilled in him from childhood have continued to shape his personal life and leadership. He noted that genuine leadership is anchored on selflessness, integrity, and commitment to the common goods above personal interests. Speaking on governance, Archbishop Ladigbolu observed that the political structure of the old Oyo Empire embedded principles comparable to modern democracy, including separation of powers, accountability, and effective checks and balance. He maintained that Nigeria could strengthen its democratic institutions by drawing valuable lessons from its indigenous governance system, which he described as being centuries ahead of many contemporary democratic models.
In any democracy where the executive interferes with what the judiciary is doing, or in any democracy where the legislative arm pronounce laws and legislations that will be harmful to justice and fairness and equity, then there will be chaos.
Sharing his personal faith journey, Archbishop Ladigbolu recalled that his decision to convert from Islam to Christianity was met with rejection by friends, relatives, and members of the community. He described the experience as a divine calling that demanded sacrifice, perseverance, and unwavering faith, adding that his relationship with Christ sustained him and eventually led him into full-time Christianity ministry. On the relationship between religious and culture, the Emeritus Archbishop stressed that appreciating one's cultural heritage should not be interpreted as abandoning one's faith. He explained that cultural practices that preserve history, identity, and communal value can be embraced, provided they do not conflict with an individual's religious convictions.
Today, a lot of people, even they go to the extent of changing their names from Ogun something to Jesus something, or from Oba something to something Islamic or Arabic. Even some of them will refuse to wear native dresses. I don't want to call it the name that comes to my mind, but it's not reasonable. It has nothing to do with your place of residence, your family, your place of origin, and the culture that holds your community together.
Archbishop Ladigbolu also urged religious leaders to lead by example, emphasizing that integrity, sincerity, and faithful adherence to the principle they preach are essential to restoring public confidence in religious institutions. Archbishop Ladigbolu also urged religious leaders to lead by example, emphasizing that integrity, sincerity, and faithful adherence to the principle they preach are essential to restoring public confidence in religious institutions. He called on clerics to remain committed to truth, exemplary conduct, and accountability, noting that enduring leadership is founded on character and service to humanity. Folashade Akintola, BCOS News.
We shall now take a short commercial. Please stay with us.
When you choose Golden Penny Semovita, you eat with kings. Golden Penny Semovita remains my soup's first choice because it is made from premium wheat and fortified with vitamins and minerals to provide a wholesome bowl food that is easy to mold, smooth to swallow, and pairs well with a variety of Nigerian soups. Choose Golden Penny Semovita, my soup's first choice.
You're welcome back. Residents of Beulah, Ifesowapo, and Bethesda in Ogbomoso South local government area of Oyo State have appealed to government over challenges facing them following the bridge linking the communities, which collapsed over 2 years. The residents made the plea in separate interviews with BCOS correspondent in Ogbomoso, Aderemi Akomo.
Following the situation of Beulah Bridge for over 2 years, residents living within the area like Beulah, Beulah, Ifesowapo, Olokbekan, and Bethsaida have been facing daily challenges in their businesses and other activities. It was gathered that the bridge was damaged by heavy downpours in 2023, and since then, the residents have been lamenting on the stress of commuting from the area. The situation prevents vehicles to ply the road. Motorists rather park their vehicles at the bank of the river or at home, while few motorists only manage to cross the bridge while students abandon schools when it is rainy. In an interview with BCOS News in his Beulah office, the president of Ogbomoso Baptist Conference, Reverend Dr. Thomas Niyoju, said the heavy downpours in 2023 caused the damage, and that he has personally written letters to local, state, and federal governments to come to their aid over the collapsed bridge, but yet to yield positive outcome. He, however, appealed for government's intervention to fix the bridge to ease movement of residents of the communities.
We have been passing through that bridge for long. And let me say that it is Ogbomoso Baptist Conference that constructed the bridge in 2019, when we were preparing for our national convention. We have written so many letters appealing to the government to come to our aid in reconstructing the bridge. We have written to the government of Oyo State. In fact, we have written to the federal government. We have consulted so many people to come around and help us. But up to today, we have not been able to see anybody coming around to repair the road for us. We want to appeal to the state government, even the federal government, to come and help us as quick as possible to reconstruct the bridge for us so that it will become possible for every member of the community.
Also speaking, the vegetable seller, Mrs. Millie Mafolashiri and Taiwo Olawale, as well as Adenyoju, lamented that the collapsed bridge has contributed adversely to the economy of the area, calling on government to come to their aid by reconstructing the bridge.
Àtìgbà tí odò yìí tó ti rí báyìí àti rìn bíbí ó ti difficult fún everybody. Tójò bá ti rọ̀ kò sẹ́ni kankan tó lè kọjá, even ọ̀kadà tẹ́lẹ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ mọ́tò máa ń lọ ó máa ń bọ̀ níbẹ̀ ni, ṣùgbọ́n for now àárín nǹkan kò sí nǹkan tó jọ bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́.
Tójò bá rọ̀ gan even gan bí òjò ọ̀rọ̀ àti pé bá sì ń kọjá nínú kíní yìí ó máa ń difficult díẹ̀. Èmi kan tí mo jókòó lórí kẹ̀kẹ́ mi yìí bí ẹ̀mẹ́ta ni mo ti ré sínú rẹ̀ tó pé Ọlọ́run jẹ́ kí n forí náà kọ́lífẹ̀tì yẹ.
Ọ̀nà gádà wa yìí ó ti já ní ìsinsìnyí lọ bí okùn ọdún méjì ń dà wá láàmú gẹ́ dákun ẹ̀sánú ẹ bá wá sí. Adẹ̀pọ̀ ládùúgbò yìí àwọn èkì lásìkò skul tó tó bá tán ti pọ̀ nísìnyí àrígbígbà.
The resident, again, who spoke on the recognition of an authority, said some residents had relocated from the area due to the inconvenience and associated risks during the rainy season. Visit by BCOS News to the bridge revealed that the water channel that leads to the bridge needs dredging to ease free flow of water to avoid flooding.
The investiture of Engineer Olayinka Akim Babalola as President of Rotary International 2026 to 2027 has been hailed by prominent sons and daughters of Ibadan land and other dignitaries as a great honor bestowed upon Ibadan, Oyo State and Nigeria. These were the statements expressed by stakeholders during the grand reception in honor of Rotary International President Olayinka Babalola held at a prominent event center in Ibadan. BCOS reporter Olamiposi Ishola brings the details.
It marked a celebration in honor of the distinguished son of Ibadan land and prominent member of Jericho Business Club, Engineer Olayinka Akim Babalola, upon his investiture as Rotary International President. At the grand reception organized by the Jericho Business Club, distinguished sons and daughters of Ibadan land, along with notable dignitaries, including Chief Ajeniyi Ajewole, President General, Central Council of Ibadan Indigenes, Dr. Ayoyinka Babatunde, founder of Ibadan Mothers of Peace and Progress, and Chief Yemi Sholadoye, former President CCII, commended the outstanding character of Rotarian Babalola.
Jericho Business Club has become #1 club in Ibadan land. No doubt.
Just to show that everything we are seeing aligns with the vision and mission of Ibadan land. And this one is very, very peculiar.
In separate remarks, the chairman of the occasion, Architect Bamidele Samson, and Jericho Business Club President, Engineer Tunji Gafar, affirmed that Engineer Babalola's presidency of Rotary International will yield substantial benefits and development for Ibadan, Oyo State, and Nigeria.
I feel tremendously excited to have somebody you can call one of our own to become the Rotary International President. It's a pride to Jericho Businessmen Club. He is definitely a pride to Ibadan land. It's a pride to Oyo State, and it's a pride.
Former President CCII Chief Bayo Yero encouraged prominent Nigerians to lend their support to the new Rotary International President to facilitate success in their new position. He portrayed Rotarian Olayinka Babalola as an exemplary son of Ibadan land, deeply devoted to his ancestral heritage.
He is the second African to be so elected in the entire existence of the Rotary Club since its formation in 1905, 121 years ago.
The Olubadan of Ibadan land, Oba Rashidi Ladoja, represented by the Osi Olubadan, Oba Abiodun Koladaisi, urged the new Rotary International President to continue to be good ambassador of Ibadan land, Oyo State, and Nigeria.
He has asked me to congratulate you once more on this enviable feat. You shall continue to grow and prosper in the Rotary movement.
During his remarks, Rotary International President, Engineer Olayinka Babalola, acknowledged with gratitude the defined providence and support of Rotary members that led to his appointment to this prestigious position. He pledged to utilize his position effectively for the advancement of the populace.
This is a great honor if you lead an organization of 1.4 million people present in over 200 countries. That is a great honor, but it's not just a personal honor for me. It's an honor for the continent, for Africa. It's an honor for Nigeria. And like we're seeing here also, it's an honor for Ibadan land.
Rotarian Olayinka Akim Babalola officially took office as president of Rotary International on July 1st, 2026, serving for the 2026-2027 term. He became a member of the Rotary Club of Trans-Amadi, Nigeria, amid history as the only second African to lead the global organization. Olamiposi Ishola, BCOS News.
Over now to Sports Desk.
Here to take you around the ever-exciting world of sports.
We start with the news that Bournemouth midfielder Alex Scott has rejected a new contract amid interest from rival Premier League clubs in the England Under-21 International. The Cherries made it a summer priority to tie Scott down to fresh terms, but as things stand, there is no agreement. Arsenal, Manchester United, Tottenham, Manchester City and Chelsea have an interest in Scott. It was reported in June that Arsenal had an approach for Scott turned down by Bournemouth. The 22-year-old will join Bournemouth from Bristol City in 2023 for £25 million, has 2 years left on his current deal with the Premier League side. Bournemouth remains steadfast in their position that Scott is not for sale, despite him rejecting the contract offer that had been on the table for at least 2 months. Bournemouth have insisted publicly directly to the player and to interested clubs that he will remain on the South Coast even on his current contract. That stance has been consistent, and despite talk of an £80 million valuation, they have continued to reject approaches. Newly crowned world champions Spain topped the latest FIFA World Rankings, which were released earlier. Spain defeated Argentina 1-0 after extra time to win the second World Cup, courtesy of a Ferran Torres strike 8 minutes before full time. The win earned Spain the top spot in FIFA's newest world ranking, with the European and world champions leapfrogging Sunday's opponent by 25 points, supported by the final, which earned Spain 30 points. France and England stayed put in the third and fourth spots, while Brazil and Morocco now occupy the fifth and sixth places, and for Morocco, the sixth spot is their record high. Portugal dropped 2 spots and are now in 7th, 1 spot ahead of Belgium, who gained the place after reaching the quarterfinals at the World Cup, and Belgium's neighbours, the Netherlands, dropped a spot and are now in 9th. Mexico, who gained 4 spots, are now in 10th and returned to the top 10 for the first time since March 2022. Norway had the biggest rises, winning 12 places and occupying 19th place, their highest since August 2011, after reaching the quarterfinals in their first FIFA World Cup finals since 1998. Former world champions Germany dropped 2 spots and are now in 11th after losing Paraguay in the round of 32. Behind Germany are Croatia, who played a disappointing World Cup and dropped 2 spots, and Switzerland, who gained 5 places after reaching the last 8 in Canada, Mexico and the United States. Italy are the highest ranked nation that did not feature at the World Cup, coming in at 15th, 1 spot ahead of host USA. Following their best ever World Cup campaign, Egypt jumped 5 places and are now in 24th. The biggest crash belongs to Tunisia, who dropped 12 places and are now ranked 57th. Other big movers among World Cup nations include DR Congo, Panama, Czech Republic, South Africa, Uzbekistan, Iraq, Ghana, Jordan and Haiti. I'll wrap up with the news that former Aston Villa striker John Duran has joined Benfica on a season-long loan from Saudi Arabian side Al Nassr. The Portuguese Giants will be the 7th club of Duran's career at the age of just 22, following recent stints with Fenerbahce and Zenit St. Petersburg. Benfica will pay a £5.19 million loan fee for the Colombia international, but the option to make the move permanent for £25.5 million at the end of the 2026-2027 season. Duran began his professional career with Colombian side Envigado in 2019 before handing a move to MLS team Chicago Fire in 2022. He was on the move again in January 2023 when he joined Aston Villa for £14 million and quickly became a fan favourite. A move to West Ham fell through in the summer of 2024, but after scoring a famous winner for Villa against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, Duran was sold to Al Nassr for £71 million in January 2025. Despite scoring 8 goals in 13 games for the Saudi Arabian side, he stayed for only half a season before moving to Fenerbahce on loan. But manager Jose Mourinho was sacked less than a month after Duran made his debut, and the loan was cancelled in February 2026 so he could join Zenit. After bagging 3 goals in 9 games in Russia, Duran now has the chance to make a home at Benfica, his 7th club in the 7th country of his young career.
And that's your sport update on news around the world. I am Victor Opone. Thanks for watching.
Protests have taken place in Italy after the death of a Moroccan-born man while being forcibly restrained by 2 police officers in the northern city of Bologna. Foreign Desk